Hi friends, welcome to Aishu's DIY. Today we will design a bracelet using GGC treasure bag. There's sapphire and champagne uh, treasure bag which we received this month. So this is a bead strand which has multicolor, as you guys can see. This is 6 by 4 millimeter roundel. Okay, so we have multiple colors in the same family, kind of, right? Blue from all the shades, uh, trans transparent, translucent, and opaque, milky white, kind of. So all of those things. So I thought a bracelet I had in mind. I wanted to do it. I think it's inspired by, I'm not pronouncing her name correct, Anne or something. So from that website, but I really liked it, and this is something that calls for that bracelet. So I have here 18 gauge wire. I'm using 18 gauge para wire. Okay, you can use any kind of wire you want, but I wouldn't say this is a pretty soft copper wire. Not soft, I would say half hard or something. I'm not so sure. I'm still not very clear about the hardness and the softness. But this is para wire, and I feel that every company has a different temperament of wire. That's what I felt. And I'm using a 26 gauge para wire in antique copper color. These are the wires that I'm using. But I would say whenever you buy a brand of wire, doesn't matter 18 gauge or whichever gauge you buy, just play with it and see if you like the temperament. It differs, in my opinion. So I have cut my wire, the 18 gauge wire, to 14 inches. Okay, and then I have 26 gauge wire, two pieces of 26 gauge wire. I have folded it to half, as you guys can see here. This is about, say, 27 to 28 inches. That's what I have here. Then take your roundel pliers. Okay, hold it to the biggest setting and just fold the wire like that. Okay, and then you can take it out and then make the wire parallel to each other. Straighten the wire parallel to each other. If you rub your fingers, you will soften the wire a little bit. It will be malleable. Okay, this is what we have so far. Just don't want a bend here. Let me correct that up. Okay, this is how it is. So now that is set. Okay, I want the wire to be parallel, so that's that. Now take both the wires, the 26 gauge wire, which is folded into half. Okay, and take both the wires and bring it to the middle of the 18 gauge. And I think, let me see. So I want to secure this wire to the bottom 18 gauge wire. Okay, so I want to secure the 26 gauge wire just like that. One wrap. Okay, hold it pretty tight in your fingers, between your fingers, and just take this up. Okay, this is what we should have so far. I have anchored this wire, and the top wire needs to come to the bottom, just like that. So one of the, I secure it with one wrap. One wire should come the bottom to the other side. One wire should come to the top of this 18 gauge wire. Okay, just like that. Hold on, it will make sense. Take a bead or so and then add it to the bottom piece of the 18 gauge wire. Now this is what it is, right? So now you bend the top wire, bring it down, and the bottom wire on the top, crisscross here. And now if you have it, it actually forms a V. Take another bead. Okay, this is the one that I am using. So you have to line up the beads first. So how you want, I started with this, okay, and then I can go like this. It's totally up to you, whichever pattern you want to go with, you can go with. So maybe this seems to be good. Okay, I mean, it's up to you how you want it to be. You can pick up in this fashion. Okay, keep a sample right here. And now I'm adding a bead to the top most of the 18 gauge wire. Okay, hold on tight and straighten this up. Now which bead it is? Let's take the darker color and then add it to the bottom wire. Okay, now I want the, before adding it, I want this bottom wire to come up and cross and go up, and the top wire to cross down and come back down, just like so. Okay, we are forming a V shape and we are keeping the beads as a buffer for that, right? And then here again I'm going to crisscross the two wires. The 26 gauge is fairly pliable, so you don't have to worry much, but make sure you're grabbing the right pair, right? And then this one comes on the top, just like that, while keeping your 18 gauge straight as well. That's also very important, just like that. Okay, now I want this to be fairly tight. Make sure it's that way. Okay, now I'm gonna add again a bead on the top part. And before adding the bead in the bottom part, I want to shift these two, go up like that. Make sure it's nice and flat. This one go down. Okay, so on this I want to make sure there's a gap right there. Okay, if you want you can straighten it out with the pliers or something like that, nylon jaw pliers. The next would be this right here, making sure I add that. Now I have to add here to the bottom. We are crisscrossing with the beads, so I just want to make sure the next item will be this bead right here. So you can also continue with a different bead or the same bead. That's not the point. The point is the wire has to crisscross and come here, and then that needs to be secure. So this is how I'm going to continue adding the beads and continue adding the wire, twisting the wire, adding the wire to the other side, making sure I have a strong grip on my project so that it doesn't you know, doesn't go haywire, which is perfect in this case. Bring it down, bring that up, make sure the wire is parallel. Then I'm gonna start from the pattern that we have, the different color beads. That's perfect. I'll continue doing so and come back. So I finished wrapping this much. I still have a little bit left. So what I'm gonna do here is, as you guys can see, the wires are pretty short. So just drop the bead. Okay. Make sure this is the last bead that I'm gonna add. See, the wire is very short. So I will take my pliers, okay, and then wrap this wire around. Okay. Make sure it's tucked in properly. Snip the extra wire. Okay. And then this one too. You can just take it around on the other side and wrap it. Okay. Just like so. It's a 26 gauge wire. It is rather very, you know, easy to work with. Can snip off this excess wire as well and tuck the tail in. Once you tidy that up, what you're going to do is bend one of the wire across. Okay. And then wrap it around the other wire, just like so. Okay. And then bend this wire. Take your round nose pliers. You know, we have to snip off just a bit because it's not even. Take it and make a round loop. Make sure the loop is nice and closed. So this is the front of it, this is the back of it. So this is what we have so far. Take a tablet container or so, just anything cylindrical around your home, and just bend our bangle bracelet so that's in a round format. Adjust it if you want to. So this is what it is, right? We have our bracelet, very pretty. I really like the way this turned out to be. Now we have to make the hook. For that I need 18 gauge wire as well. Not a lot, but just a little bit. I don't know, I haven't measured it, but take about, say, 2 inches or 1.5 inches, something like that, right? This is 2 inch. Okay, take it. After you flush cut both the ends, so if you cut it this way, this is a flush end, this is the end wherein it cuts it to V. So we do flush cut it. Take your round nose pliers, make a decent loop, just like that. Okay, you don't have to straighten the loop. I would like to take my looping pliers, step looping pliers, sorry, bumping the camera. Okay, and then hold it between this mandrel and then loop it around. It's like how you would make a jump ring, sorry, ear wire. See this? You can, if you don't have the looping pliers, you can do it with your Sharpie or a pen which is a little bit, you know, fatter. So take it, you can also hammer this, by the way, and make it a little strong. Work hard on it. However you want to do, you can do that. And then make sure you rub it against an emery board so that this part is not sharp. Go in one direction and feel it. If you feel it's not poking anymore, then you're done. Open up this loop and go through the loop that we started the bracelet with. Okay, now here is your bracelet. If you want, you can make this loop small, which I think I should have done it, but it looks very pretty. Let me just wear it and see if it actually fits me or not. Okay, there it go, it perfectly fits me. It's for a 7.5 inch size. The standard bracelet size is what my size is, so it fits me perfectly. So that's the measurement. If you want to increase the length of the bracelet, you will have to take more or less depending upon how much you want or how less you want. So this is for standard. Let me see why I am trying it hard to open it. I'm not yet sure. Okay,